Hey guys, welcome to the first video of my channel. I'm Declan and I'm a skydive pilot. I wanted to do this for a while, bring you guys flying with me. I was hoping I could do it while we were operating, but the company isn't operating at the moment, so I'm just bringing you along for a little circuit that I have to do once every 2 weeks. So when I first get out to the plane, the first thing I'll do is drain the fuel, make sure there's no water in the tanks or anything like that. Then I'll take off all the tie downs and all the coverings, and then I'll get my pre-flight started. That normally starts in the cockpit, but I didn't film that bit. And then I'll just go around the plane looking for leaks, missing screws, anything out of the ordinary really. It's been a while since I've actually flown the plane, so this will be a good test to see whether I can actually still fly the plane after a bit of a hiatus. It hasn't been that long, but still longer than normally. Normally flying every week, or at least once or twice a week. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we can actually still land this baby. So here's just a quick look at the engine. On our Cessna Caravans, we have the Garrett's direct drive turboprop, so it's about 900 horsepower. Really nice engine. It's very easily manageable, and the spool up time when adding power to the engine is a lot quicker than a PT6. The most challenging part of the flight was actually getting the pen out of my bag. But yeah, then I'll just go through all the pre-flight checks, do the briefing, which I did off camera, and then we'll get to starting the engine. So after checking the volts, then we'll go ahead and look up all these gauges along here. That'll give you my fuel flow, EGT, RPM, and torque, and all the gauges that are important to flight. But the main ones that I'm looking at here are the RPM to make sure it's not a slow or sluggish start, and also the EGT to make sure it's not a hot start and I'm exceeding any engine limits. So you can see the extreme focus on my face because it does happen very quickly. I've never personally had a hot start, but from the stories that I've heard, it does happen quickly, so you got to be ready to shut off the fuel, and that's why you can see how my hands are placed on certain levers to shut off the fuel. So then once the starter ignition light turns off and I'm happy with all the gauges, I'll go ahead and put the engine into ground idle before getting started into my pre-taxi checks. I'm just waiting for the air data computer to start up and also listening to the hiatus. For those of you who don't know, the hiatus is kind of like a weather briefing of the current conditions at the airport, and it has important data that you need to input into some of the instruments to make sure that you're getting correct readings from them. After that, we'll begin taxiing. You'll see in a moment I'll pull back the lever. That's just to get the propeller off the start locks. And after that, we'll get our taxi clearance and begin taxiing out to the runway. While taxiing out to the runway, I like to make sure that my controls are free and correct. And additionally, I'd like to brief myself on my takeoff safety brief. So in the event of emergency, what am I going to do, where am I going to go, etc. So taking off out of the same airport, I do know which fields are best on both ends of the departure end of the runway. So that's something you could learn if you continually to keep taking out from the same runway. Anyway, here we are lining up at the runway. Now we'll just get our takeoff clearance. Final and the runway are both clear. We'll advance the speed lever, and then we'll put our hands on that throttle, and then we'll give it a kick, and we'll get rolling. So as you see pretty quickly, this plane doesn't take much to take off. Keep in mind that I am empty, but yeah, it's only a pretty short takeoff roll. And there's me screaming like an idiot, completely forgetting that I was filming this. So coming in onto our final leg of the approach, adjusting power settings just slightly, just slight adjustments to make sure that I'm kind of happy with my approach path. Probably a little steeper than it probably should have been. And here we go, here's the moment of truth, the part where you find out if I'm a good pilot or not. See, it floats for a little bit before actually touching down just because I'm empty, and then bang. Not a bad touchdown. I look a little more off center line than I probably am just because of the camera angle, but I'm not going to make excuses. It wasn't the best landing. Here we are coming up to park the plane, trying to get on that center line. I didn't nail it, completely fucked it.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please like and subscribe for more. Comment down below on things that you would like to see in the future. Hopefully this channel is going to be about piloting and all stuff flying, as well as what it's like to be a pilot starting out. I've just started my journey. I'm a skydive pilot currently. So yeah, just shoot me some messages, DMs, whatever you want on things that you'd like to see. But hopefully in the future, I'll be able to bring out a video of what I actually do in the day of a skydive pilot. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. See you on the next video.